The enlarged prostate gel we sell at OJS Naturals Limited is to be administered through the anus, and this has triggered a very important question. What is the relationship between the anus and the prostate? I want to answer that question right in this video, and also I will talk about the relationship between the prostate and men's sexual performance. So I have a very rough sketch on my board, and I'll be using this to explain to you so that you can have a very clear understanding of what the relationships are and how this can help you live a better life even if you have prostate issues. So let's go ahead and see what I have on the board. So right here I have this sketch right here. This sketch, this is representing the penis, and right here we have the testes. So this is the testes. So right here we have the anus, here we have the prostate, and here we have the bladder. So there's something very important I need to explain to you, how all of these things are connected together and why they're very important in your health. So right now, this is the penis, and you can see we have some dot right from the penis right here passing through the prostate to the bladder. So let's assume that this bladder has urine full right here. So the bladder is here, and this is where the urine is being stored. But before the urine can pass through the penis to the outside, it has to go through the prostate. So you can see the passage of urine is coming directly from the bladder, passing through the prostate. And you can see right here, this is the prostate. So this is the prostate right here, and the passage of urine enters through the prostate to the penis. Now, if the prostate is enlarged, it means that the prostate is like, let's say the prostate has developed some fat or it has grown more in size. It's going to compress this passage of urine like a tube right here. It's going to compress it. It's going to be like it forces it like this, and it's going to make it difficult for you to push out the urine from here down to the outside right here. Now, in case you are wondering, what is the relationship between the prostate and the anus? We're going to say it right here. Look at the anus right here. And when you look at the anus and you see the prostate here, the anus is a little closer to the prostate. And this is why some doctors might want to observe the status of the prostate by inserting some instrument into the anus just to feel the size of the prostate. So when we tell you to administer the prostate gel into the anus, that is because it is very close to the anus and it makes it very easy for absorption by the prostate cell. So when you insert the gel right here, then the cell in the prostate can easily absorb the content of the gel, thereby giving it a very good chance to perform the necessary action on the prostate. So you can see the closeness of the anus to the prostate. And now you also see that this passage of urine right here goes through the prostate into the bladder. So whenever the bladder is full and you need to empty the content outside, it has to pass through the prostate down to the penis to the external. But once the prostate is enlarged, then it's going to force the passage together and it's going to make it difficult for urine to come out. But there's another thing you might be wondering why it is like that right in this image. Look at the testes right here. The testes is actually where the sperm are being produced, and the sperm are produced in millions. So when the sperm are produced right here, the content that transport the sperm to the external or to the female part is the semen, and the semen, which is the fluid, the whitish or whatever color you call it, content that transport the sperm to the external is going to be produced right in the prostate. So in case you are wondering what is the relationship between the prostate and the sexual performance of a man, the relationship is that the prostate right here is the one that produces the liquid that transport the sperm that is produced right here to the external. And that is why you might notice that this tube right here passes right here through the prostate. So it is not only one tube that enters the prostate. The tube from the testis enters the prostate, and the one from the bladder also enters the prostate, and both of them passes to the penis. So when the sperm are being produced, the sperm will be transported from here to this place, and during that process, the prostate is going to release the fluid that will push the sperm to the external. Now you might ask, if the prostate can perform this function, producing the fluid that will transport the sperm to the external, does it now make sense the reason why the prostate plays a very important role in the sexual performance of a man? Yes, it makes sense. The prostate produces the fluid that nourishes the sperm and also transports the sperm to the external or to the female part. And now, because of that, it shows that there's a very good relationship between the prostate and the sexual performance of every man. And if there's any issue with the prostate, definitely the sexual performance of that person will be affected. But there are some things I'm not showing right in this rough drawing we have on the board. The sexual performance of every man can be made possible by the erection of the penis. And for the penis to be erected, there must be inflow of blood right here. And that tells that there are so many veins right here that the blood comes into that makes the penis to be erected. And for this to happen, there are some communications that must take place. And these communications are carried out by the thousands or millions of neurons and the nerves in the body. So if anything happens to the prostate right here, and then the prostate is not working as it should, definitely it is going to have effect on the nerve cells that helps in the sexual communication, that helps you to maintain erection. And that is why the prostate health is very, very necessary for every man that wants to have a healthy sexual performance. So as a man, if you are having issue with your sexual performance, there are possibilities that the issue might come from multiple sources. The prostate could be one of the reasons why you are unable to perform your sexual responsibility. So if you are worrying why you are unable to maintain erection and you have not been treating your prostate, then the first thing I will encourage you to do is go ahead and treat your prostate related issue. And when you treat your prostate related issues effectively, you should be able to regain your erection, provided that the challenge is actually due to the prostate issue. So you have to understand there's a very crucial role that the prostate is playing right here. And that is why if you go ahead to see a doctor and then you complain about prostate issue, and maybe after the test they discover that you have prostate enlargement and they want to recommend surgery for you, they will ask you, do you still want to be active sexually? If your answer is yes, or maybe you still want to have children, then surgery will not be the best option for you, because once you perform surgery on the prostate, the communication that improve or that enhance the erections of the penis will be affected. And once it is affected, you might not be able to maintain erection. And if you are unable to maintain erection, you might not be able to carry out your responsibility when it comes to sexual activity. So these are some of the things you need to know about the prostate. So now I've been able to answer the major questions that our customers have been asking: the relationship between the prostate and the anus. So you can see this is the prostate right here, and this is the anus. So right here, the prostate and the anus, they are very close together. And this is the bladder right here, while this is the testes, where the sperm are being produced and being transported through the passage that enters through the prostate. So there's a lot of communication going on there, and these communications, they are very necessary for your sexual health. Now, before I round up this video, there's another thing I want to mention. The erections of the penis can be influenced in two ways. One, it can be influenced by arousal, by touching. and the second one is by imagination or fantasy. And all of these trigger series of actions in the body that releases certain neurotransmitters that helps in relaxing the muscles and inflow of blood into the penis that helps it to maintain erection. So I've been able to answer the question, and I believe you see the reason why we ask people to administer the prostate gel through the anus. So now that I've been able to answer your question, I believe you will want to place order for a package of our enlarged prostate treatment right at ODS Naturals Limited. Go ahead and send us a message and we will deliver to you wherever you are in the country or outside the country. Thanks for watching the video, and feel free to share the video to your friends and family so that you can help them overcome this uncomfortable condition. Thanks once again, and bye for now.